Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching all these videos. Though I know some of you have already skipped ahead to this video and just trying to find out how do I connect the timer to my tablet here. A couple of lessons learned. I got it from some experiments on my own, as well as a lot of very responsive and helpful information from AMG Labs. Heck, I sent them a help email on Sunday night, and a couple hours later they came back with a reply. Well, after repeated attempts trying to get the timer connected to the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 Lite version, we kind of figured out that probably it had an older version of the Bluetooth. And also, I kept trying to affect the Bluetooth connection through the operating system of the device or the tablet. No, 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 no. Don't do that. You do it through the application, what you see here on the screen. Now, once you've set up and established a match on your tablet via downloading it from Practiscore online, their website, or creating one straightforward here on the tablet, you're all set to go. Now, you got to have a match for this connection to work here. I'll show you in a second here. You got to have a match. You got to have at least one squad and at least one shooter. So, zooming in here so you can see what I've set up. And if you don't know how to create one on a tablet, there are lots of separate videos, but I'm sure you're going to figure it out real quick without my help. So I'm just going to go in here and affect the connection. So I click on Enter Scores, pick a stage here, pick a squad, and there we are. So I've got at least one shooter on this squad and all, but most importantly, getting in nice and close, do we see this icon? Looks like a little stopwatch here. That's what you want to get, because that means that this tablet's got the latest and greatest version of Bluetooth 4.2 or later, 4.2 or later, and we're going to affect the connection through the app. So let me back up here. So we've got that. I need to turn my timer on. Timer is now on. And I'm going to come up here and simply tap the clock, and it pops up here with the information, select timer, etc., 8919. How do I know that's my timer? One of the things you can do, and I'm going to turn the, no, I don't want to do that right now because it'll mess things up. If you press, with the timer off, if you press the left pointing arrow that you see there and turn the timer on, you will get the serial number of this particular timer. It's explained in the user's manual, so I'm not going to say anything more about that. Anyway, so we got that, so we just select the deal, and we are connected. So, going in and selecting the shooter, we're ready to post the time. You've got your timer set up with the correct sensitivity level. You've decided already whether you're going to have an instant or delay situation there, the beep level, how loud it's going to be. You got 3 different settings right there, and you're all set to go. So enjoy. Let's wrap up the discussion about the timer. So what did we learn outside there during our testing? Well, I'm going to do testing like that again when it's a lot cooler. My gosh, it must have been 100 degrees plus there in the shade, whatever. Anyway, so you saw with 2 different calibers, 2 different types of firearms, sensitivity level does make a difference. Just sort of like Little Red Riding Hood and the 3 Bears, you know, too hot, too cold, just right. So check out your firearms in your particular setting, especially if you're indoors. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a different kind of reading there. In our case, it looked like maybe a 9mm worked good at a 5, and in the case of the 22 carbine, an 8 would be good. I don't know what would happen with the 22 pistol. And in all cases, yes, I know that if you turn the timer so that the microphone is not facing the shooter, you know, if the range officer takes it and sticks it out behind their back or covers it with their thumb or hand or puts it up against their body in some fashion, you're going to minimize the sound coming from the gun when you're having it cleared and so forth, and not getting any false shot time. So put that in consideration, but also think, what do? You're going to have a reshoot when the range officer forgets to cover the microphone or move the timer out of the way so that it doesn't pick any false shot times up, and it does pick up false shot time up, and so the shooter is disadvantaged because of the range officer allowing the timer to be too close, or the sensitivity level was too high for that particular situation. So consider all that in your club decision on getting the timer.